Welcome everybody, and thank you so much for taking the time to come to support us and to see our very short performance, which we put together in about 15 hours. So to give you a bit of background, last August, it's been almost a year, we got started on a 2-year project which has been very generously funded by the National Heritage Lottery Fund. So all of those who play the lottery, thank you, who contributed towards this. And the INVOL project is basically on the heritage of the River Tyne, which we've just passed. It's looking at history, it's looking at how people experience the river now, and also what the future of the river might be. And the aim has really been to promote belonging, to strengthen the young people's connection to the river, and hopefully to the city as a whole. So this short performance is a little summary of what our experience has been so far.
It's about heritage.
Memories.
It's comfort.
It's about changing.
Stories. It's about history.
It's about nature.
Beauty. It's a timeline.
Timeless.
It's movement.
It's industries. It's a symbol.
It's home. It's 73 miles long.
It's about 4.5 meters deep.
It's where the north
And the south waters
meet.
It's where ships were built.
The Tyne.
Crossed by 27 bridges.
Inspires many songs.
One of the cleanest rivers in the UK.
Over 30 million years old. The Tyne.
Another one in Scotland.
Best salmon in the UK.
Home to kittiwakes.
Raised above on by water.
Shipbuilding and coal mining are both linked to Newcastle.
Ships delivered goods to the rest of the world.
The first ship that was built in Newcastle was in 1294.
A quarter of the world's ships were once built in Newcastle.
The Victorian tunnel was used to move in coal.
The last coal mine was closed in 2005.
The last shipment was moved out in 2021. The last ship that was built in Newcastle was in 2006. It was called the Lards Bay.
Sting wrote a musical about the Lord's Bay called The Last Ship.
To me, it's a place of peace and reflection. I see natural and man-made beauty. I find the depths strangely comforting. It's a place for remembrance and connection and possibility. I think of seasons, of change, of remodeling and repurposing. I think of migration as I look up to the colourful and ever-changing skies. It's a spiritual space for me, somewhere I can come home to myself and connect with those of the past, those who looked into these same waters, those who sailed on these same waters, those who got lost in these same waters.
Heritage is identity.
Something you cherish. It's culture.
It's history.
It's unique. Something you love.
Pride.
Belonging. It's who we are.
Generations.
Continuity.
Connections.
Artifacts.
This is a place of heritage, history, and identity. Its secrets await for us to discover them. The Tyne, a place where families come to comfort each other, families come to share their ancestry with each other, and well, everyone just becomes family. This is our home, my home.
We hear many stories.
Stories about 3 generations working in the same shipyard.
Stories about love.
Stories about people drowning.
Stories of death.
Stories of births on the bridge. Stories of praying around the river.
Memories.
People have always migrated in and out of the Northeast. And people of African heritage have lived here for over 2,000 years. Did you know that many of the Roman soldiers who were once stationed right here were actually from North Africa?
There was a famous Roman emperor called Septimus Severus. He was born in Libya and came to the northeast to rebuild some of Asia's world.
In South Shields, an old tombstone was found that bore the name Victor. Victor was a servant of a Roman cavalryman, and Victor's relationship with his owner and the admiration and affection his owner had for him is clearly reflected by the beautiful tombstone that he laid on Victor's grave.
William Fifield was a man who came from the Caribbean and lived here in the late 1700s. He was a well-respected figure, and he was also a ferryman. He lived near the Black Gate in Newcastle with his wife.
In the past, Newcastle had significant links with the abolitionist movement. This movement sought to bring an end to slavery. Olade Equiano, a Nigerian who was enslaved in North America, but who later bought his own freedom, was invited here to speak about the horrors of slavery and help garner support from local people to bring it to an end. In the mid-1800s, Frederick Douglass, a famous abolitionist, social reformer, and former slave, came to give lectures here and to win hearts and minds. For a time, he stayed with the Richardsons. They were a Quaker couple who once lived on Summerhill Grove, which is just off Newcastle's West Road. The Richardsons later paid for Frederick's freedom, and today a blue plaque can be found outside their former home to commemorate Frederick's stay there.
The River Tyne is connected to my past, my present, and my future.
The River Tyne is my daily scenery. I wake up and look at its unseen beauty, just to realize how surrounded by nature I am. That peace.
Peace.
That joy.
Joy.
Filling in that emptiness. The River Tyne is a witness of its history, which illuminates my mind, and now it waits for those memories to untangle.
Untangle.
It's about heritage.
Memories.
It's culture.
It's ever changing.
Stories. It's about history.
It's about nature.
Beauty. It's a timeline.
Timeless.
Its movement.
It's industry.
It's a symbol.
It's the past.
It's our present.
It's
our future. It has been a great year.
Yes.
We learned a lot of things. What about?
The River Tyne.
We did so many cool things.
I love the castle.
I liked canoeing.
I enjoyed Wheatside Park.
We even made a play.
Yeah.
So much more to find out.
This is
That was
Our reflections of the time.
Thank you, everybody, and I just really want to commend all of these guys on their efforts. It's been a lot of hard work. They didn't have to be here. It's their holidays. We kicked off on Monday, so their commitment is just amazing, and it's their words, which is even more amazing. So please feel free to stay around, ask them a little bit about what they've learned, have a chat, congratulate them, and definitely eat the sandwiches, because there's lots of them there. So thank you.
about nature.
Beauty, it's a timeline.
Timeless.
It's movement.
It's industry.
It is simple.
It's home.
It's about